My God. Sorry about that, y'all. Loud ass noise, but yeah, it's about 3 a.m. My goodness. I did not mean to stream for this long. I streamed for like 2 hours on that other stream now. Damn. Oh my God, bro. He just keeps doing this thing. Fucking shit! Bro! Damn. Bro, I eviscerated his body, bro. Alright, I think I'm gonna do one more fight, and then I don't know, I guess I'll stream something else for tonight. I really want to play this video on the side that I've been watching, because hey, Smelltown, shout out to Smelltown. I'm gonna let him play in the background because I do like him. I do like Smelltown, and the video he is talking about is why isn't Tarble a Super Saiyan? He became a Super Saiyan in that special. I still need to, you know, I need to figure out why isn't Super Saiyan Bardock unlocked. Do I need to play something else in order to unlock him? Time Nest. I already done all the Dragon history. I think it's his Time Nest shit. I don't know what this is. I think it's a whole new mode. Oh, it's a Xenoverse mode. Oh. Okay. You know what? I think I'll do Hero mode first. Well, no. Go back. I need an explanation. Welcome to the Toki Toki City. Shenron has summoned you to defeat the evil forces that are making changes in history. Trunks and the Supreme Kai of Time are waiting for you to start. This is the Time Nest, a giant building which holds the history of the entire universe, including your own history as well. Your work as a time controller is to help the Z Fighters so that the evil energy doesn't affect the fabric of space and time. To succeed, you'll have 10 days to prepare for each travel. During your time in Toki Toki City, you'll have a series of key commands: train, explore, rest, and sensu. Optimize your training so that your opponents won't have the upper hand. There are 4 warrior races. You can choose before proceeding with the mission. Each one has different stats, and that makes each session different. They are the following: Sand, Namekian, Majin, and the Frieza race. Remember, you can always quit if you think the mission is too overwhelming. In that case, your score will be converted into Z points. The bravest time patrollers. Okay, that's it. I guess I'll play Sand first. Oh, he has different color. I'll try the second color then. Let me see that second color. Right. I guess we train first. I guess I'll train my defense.
It also has a low implication. The guidance of grace is a thing that only certain partners can see, and if one falls out of favor, they may no longer see it. Many tarnished say
you have overtrained your body with negative effects. Are you fucking serious, Rest?
This is the way of grace and the 2 fingers, making the tarnished do what it wants them to do. Potential wars who have the power to succeed the next age. But they are guided on a path of grace's duty, straight towards the
King Kai! Yes.
See the guidance of grace.
Push the buttons at the right time in order to break the rocks. Are you fucking serious? What? I'm not ready for the spirit, but what the fuck was even that, bro?
I suppose it must be what His Eminence, or perhaps literally desired all along, the clashing of the head laws, such that one will prevail.
We are ultimately the Lord who have been chosen by the 2 fingers and grace, and thus we are the champion of the archery of the old order for all intents and purposes. We are the candidate Elden Lord. Now, a strict opponent again may come up
I got 0 results. That's bullshit.
They could be the consort of Rani already, and thus Mikla is a rival that needs to be taken out. But if you just do the ultimate for the sake of doing it, you've essentially just been a pawn of the Earth Tree, which has guided you by grace to this final confrontation, and you might not understand why you've done it. And you have done it because the Earth Tree always.
I'm gonna get it this time, motherfucker. Hold up. You fucking. That is. Okay, I got it that time. What? I got it that time, though. That's bullshit. That is such bullshit, bro.
And our journey offers multiple avenues for how the tarnished will reshape the world. Players can embrace the golden order's vision, restore balance through the various interpretations of justice by using amending rules, or reject the entire system.
I wonder who the fuck I'm fighting
The
first.
theme of
Don't give me no
autonomy and
bullshit, bro. I
self-determination
swear.
resonates strongly with me, because we as players are active participants.
Planet Namek? Don't you dare give me Frieza, bro. Off the bat? Who is that? Oh, no, it's Frieza. It's Frieza, bro. Oh, it's 100% super villain Frieza. Oh, this is not fair, bro. Fuck.
By choosing the frenzy failure. It's ultimate to explore these things yourself as the client. And I believe it's the best execution of this concept that From Software has ever done. It's often found in From Software So in this video, this section, I will be focusing on the water elements that can be found within the
Genetic ball.
which made it very clear that balance and dualities are part of cosmology and
What? I use wild sense. How is that possible, bro?
because this game is packed with contrasting elements that interact with the main story and its themes of goodness and chaos. But a logical place to start is at the beginning.
Bye bye, Frieza.
Fraction of the one growth, as described by Hayata.
Was it their race came from the one bright? Then came fractures, and births, and souls.
As this Big Bang event is where life went from being uniform to disparate, and thus contrast and duality would come into existence as well. The beginning of life is
I mean, this
further
isn't
expanded
bad.
on
It's
in the
just,
DLC,
I don't know.
with some dialogues from Ymir, a carrion scholar.
Long ago, we began as stars, born of a great rupture far across the skies. We too are children of the greater will.
The way Ymir describes this event, this burst of energy at the beginning of all life, makes us see the shattering of the one group that was previously only described by Hayata as somewhat analogous to the Big Bang. Before this event, all life and matter were unified, meaning there was no contrast or system of duality in that prior homogeneous state. The concept of moving from a state of uniformity to one of disparity is also explored in Dark Souls, where
Bro.
a burst of energy in the form of the first flame introduced disparity into the universe, moving from the age of ancients into the age of fire. As disparity entered the Dark Souls universe, so did contrasting opposites, life and death, light and dark, the moon and the sun. In the Elden Ring universe, a similar pattern emerges, with the one great being its initial state of uniformity, and as I've already suggested, really central to the rules of this universe and its cosmology is balance and duality. Central to the main story is the concept of order versus chaos, symbolized by the golden order and the greater will of the Earth Tree on one hand, and the forces of chaos, entropy, death, and the frenzied flame on the other. The golden order represents law, stability, and order, but it also embodies stagnation, control, and a rigid hierarchy that
Oh,
suppresses
God.
individuality and freedom.
Alright, I think after this next fight, I'm gonna end it there. Not the stream, but I'm gonna end this. Because now I think everything is starting to work now. I switched back to OBS because it turns out Streamlabs is not built for this PC. OBS is. So yes, I was right. Cell? I have to fight supervillain Cell? Bro. That's even worse than Frieza, bro. Oh. Oh my fucking god, bro. Bro, what the fuck is this? Holy shit, bro. Bro, he is so OP for no fucking reason. No, I'm done.
The mirror of the Earth Tree, firmly cementing duality as central to Elden Ring's cosmology, and the Shadow Tree is essentially the opposite of everything that we find within the Earth Tree. The Shadow Tree's avatar Remembrance reads the following: Remembrance of the Shadow Tree avatar, peering into the Shadow Tree. The Shadow Tree is the shadow of the Earth Tree, born of dark notions that bear no sense of order, that twist and bend its stalk, rendering it brittle. In the Shadow of the Earth Tree story trailer, We learn that Shadow was born at the same
Soul
time as
Calibur
Gold.
3.
Balance and duality has been a part of this order
Welcome
from its
to the
very
new
inception,
stage of
with order
history.
through disorder, and these excluded and opposite elements of Gold and the Earth Tree were contained and embodied by the Shadow Tree. While the Earth Tree became the nexus of order, life, and light, the Shadow Tree became the vessel of chaos, darkness, and death. We also see the appearance of light and dark in the swords of light, which can be activated and powered by the relevant altars found in the lands of the Born Set.
Let madness
This
take
suggests
you.
that these powers and concepts
Versus
predate
Setsuka.
the Earth Tree and the Shadow Tree, and that the powers of light and dark are worshipped by whoever
Fight.
made these altars. The Earth Tree and the Shadow Tree, respectively, are clearly just the most recent representations of these powers. This explains why agents of Shadow are like lands of Shadow,
Damn.
and why they are shrouded from the rest of the lands between. It is the power of shadow and darkness that comes from the Shadow Tree that is responsible. We get evidence of the Shadow Tree's ability to conceal with the power of dark himself and the other light, which seems to have been obscured by a small replica of the Shadow Tree. This is the obscuring power of shadow, and it gives us reason that the Shadow Tree is responsible for the disconnected state of the lands of shadow. While these forces of energy and Shadow Tree are opposing, they are part of the same system of balance that has existed since the beginning of time in this universe.
Yeah, it's obvious this shit ain't working, but I just wanted to do that shit to troll.
It appears
guess.
for a time
What about
that
software
this was
renderer? Would that
recognized the Shadow
do
Tree
anything?
was part of this pantheon, and that it was
Nope.
celebrated alongside the
That didn't
Earth
do
Tree.
shit either. Alright,
Shadow
well,
Tree fragments speak the following.
it's okay.
It is said
I guess
that
it
when
means
the
it
Shadow
just
Tree
won't play for
crumbles
this.
into core, it will scatter across the realm of shadow. The people of the Earth Tree collect the splinters and use them in prayer.
Let's
This
see.
indicates that the Earth Tree followers once honoured the Shadow Tree as part of their religion, and they were correct to do so. It is part of the same system. Incidentally, the fact that the Shadow Tree
I'm gonna try
crumbles
Budokai
over
4
time
again.
is just a further bit of evidence.
But yeah, hold
that
up.
the
Let
Shadow
me.
Tree
I'll be
is
right back.
everything
I'm
that
finna
is
give me
opposite
something to
and
eat.
contrary
I'm hungry.
to the Earth Tree and Gold. The Earth Tree is the embodiment of order, and the Shadow Tree is obviously the embodiment of disorder and entropy. And I see the crumbling of the Shadow Tree as a representation of that entropy.
I had just started a brand new job, and I get a call, and my mom says, "Don't panic, but the house is on fire." Moses was hands-on literally every day just to make sure that we could get back in our home as swiftly as possible. Yeah, I will always be an Allstate customer.
Guys, cooler than what we feel itself.
Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
The bond between Gold and Shadow is reaffirmed by the Land of Shadow incantation that you can make from the Shadow Tree avatar. This incantation reads the following. This incantation channels the force of the Shadow Tree's power, and its gold is accompanied by shadow. This truth is known by those in the lands of shadow, but it seems to have been forgotten in the lands between. There is no mention of the Shadow Tree or the history of the Lands of Shadow in the base game, and Mesmer's remembrance implies that Marika may well have intentionally hidden this part of the Erdtree's history. This might explain the actions and beliefs of the Golden Order fundamentalists, who were ignorant of the system of balance that operates behind the scenes. As a result, instead of venerating the elements that oppose gold, they persecuted them. One of the primary dualities in the base game is that of life and death, as these two concepts are deliberately separated by the current Golden Order, suggesting that death is one of the concepts that would have been embodied by the Shadow Tree. And this does seem to be the case because death is found in abundance in the lands of Shadow. The method of the death planets includes the following. The Golden Order was created
Here goes!
taints the holistic nature
Okay, I'm back.
of the Golden Order. However, as we know now, the Golden Order is not truly holistic, and it's now become clear why the fundamentalists are mistaken in their understanding of those who live in
Is
death.
this shit buffering,
They
bro?
seem almost confused or offended by the existence of death, because from their perspective, if something is excluded from gold and the Erdtree, it simply shouldn't exist. But death does exist, and it exists because Erdtree, life, and gold are only half of the equation. The fundamentalists have forgotten this, and as a result, the world no longer makes sense to them. This is why the DLC is so impactful from a story perspective. Not only did it expand our understanding of Mikola, the Crucible, and Marika's origins, but it also deepened our knowledge of the world's systems. It explains why so many characters in Elden Ring have a skewed vision of the story. They are essentially missing half of the picture, the Shadow Tree half. To them, the world is one of gold, when in reality, it is one of gold and shadow, and all errors flow from that oversight. As we move into the next chapter regarding the cycles of Elden Ring and the repeating patterns of collective powers, we will see that this duality is partially responsible for the decline of Marika's empire and rule. This makes it all the more intriguing when the fundamentalist view of dualism, progression, and causality is completely shattered by the truth at the center of the world's cosmology, that Marika is Marika. They themselves are a duality, much like the Shadow Tree and the Erdtree. The Erdtree has its mirror, and Marika, the god of this religion, has a mirror. Duality is therefore central to the Erdtree religion, as it balance. But when Marika sealed away the lands of shadows and the origins of her divine status, she removed this from the knowledge of the world, and thus the fundamentalists are ignorant of the truth of everything. Perhaps this also explains the curious case of Dee and his brother. They are a curious duo, as is their armour and their affectations, which again seem to symbolize the
Solar flare!
And indeed, Rogier also questions why the Golden Order used to be able to accept things that were opposing and contrived.
Until the days of the Dawn-Star family, they were conceived of the Great Academy of Raynacaria to the north of this castle. In the past, they obeyed laws which contravened the Golden Order, or so I'm told. Fascinating, isn't it? That the Golden Order was pliable enough to absorb practices that contradicted the standards. The order broke, twisted, and in need of repair. Such accountability is a record now.
So at this point, we perhaps they still remain true.
I'm trying to figure out why is Goku so light-skinned. Good God.
And thus they face it in tribals.
That's gonna make it run slow.
Orders for accept twins.
Oh, that's even worse. No!
Are a big thing. There are plenty of other examples of duality in the world that we
Well, learned my lesson. Do not put that shit on 3X narrative native, bro. Good lord.
everywhere. There is balance.
Oh, I fucked up.
It's just that many have forgotten it. Another staple of From Software games is their exploration of cycles.
Do not put
How
that
things
shit back
often
on.
themselves.
I'm just trying to figure out what's wrong with the fucking textures, bro.
Elden Ring is no different in that regard. And as the Carnage, we can have to go engaged with this theme. Does the Carnage laser carry on in its cycle until we get to a new era? Or do we burn it into the ground, breaking the cycle entirely? And again, I think this is another area that the DLC builds into movement.
Whatever, bro. I guess I just deal with light-skinned Goku.
And those who can with their descent, and how repeats the mistakes of the past. We discover that Queen Martha was a member of the tribe known as the Shadows, who were the main targets of concept open practices. We learn of this barbaric practice via the embodied butcher flames, which tell us that the jar's innards were made from the butcher flesh of living people. However, the key binding ingredient of these tortured beings is the shamans themselves. We learn this via the Tooth type of information in Bone Village.
I'm ready as I can be. This must be my final test.
Ready? Go! These teeth are embedded in the gut and feel susceptible to deadly poison on each side. As the wounds break, they grow inflamed at each cut. The flesh of the shamans was said to melt harmoniously. It's the unique flesh of the shamans, inflamed and tender, that allows them
I did it!
to melt together. Additionally, the shamans are subjected to this fate not only because they are a necessary ingredient, but because they are seen as lesser beings by the Horn Scent. At the whipping shed, we can see a Horn Scent ghost that's whipping an unseen victim, and they say the following: "For pity's sake, your place is in the jar. Now Sanctuary itself awaits you within. For shamans like you, this is your lot. Life is according to you for this alone." The Horn Scent also literally the shamans, but they believe the shamans should be grateful for this wicked fate, described as non-sanctuary, but looking at them, it looks far more simple to me. I imagine that the Horn Scent see this blended together light as somewhat analogous to a crucible, and for this, they see it as a bit of both, the criminals and lesser beings like the shadows. There are, of course, other examples of how the Horn Scent
Holy Mother of God, he has so many other skills. What? Of course, that's all unlocked. I mean, of course, all of that is locked.
Then we have the imprisonment of other fringe groups, like the Curse Blades and the Mentors. But with that said, let's return to our discussion of the shamans. The shamans have a strong connection to trees, as evidenced by the grandmother of Shaman Village, who seems to have grown and the corpse found in Bonnie Village that appears to be undergoing the same transformation. We also find a very special incantation that Marcus Oakton, Mayor Erdtree, which reads the following: "Secret incantation of Queen Marika. Only the kindness of gold without order. Marika bathed her home village in gold, knowing full well there was no one there to heal." Given that this is a secret incantation, and it represents gold without order, either before or just after she obtained godhood. It is no surprise then, given her people's shamanistic tree practices, that she would manifest order in the form of two trees when she ascended to godhood. It's implied that Marika's proximity to the finger runes led tensions for company Ireland guided by two fingers, and on my
Why the fuck, bro? The mod, bro. Gotta be the fuck. You know what? Shut it down. I don't care anymore.
We learned the rest of
Oh,
the
my
power
goodness,
from
bro.
the story trailer for the DLC. Marcus somehow duped the current god, stole their golden power from their body, and then used the Gate of Divinity to ascend to godhood. In doing so, she ended the cruelties of the Horn Saint and seized the opportunity to build something better. And indeed, it seems like Marcus started on the right path, and she didn't eradicate or take revenge on the Horn Saint, at least not immediately. There is evidence that the Horn Saint were allowed to persist under the rule of the Erdtree in its early days. For example, we have the Festival Greece, which reads the following. The delightful festival is an old tradition, one old enough for the Erdtree to tacitly tolerate its endurance. This tells us that the Horn Saint were allowed to carry on their traditions under Erdtree rule. Additionally, there are examples of a cultural exchange within the Lands of Shadow, such as the Dueling Shield, which tells us that the gladiatorial habits of early Erdtree society were passed on to the Horn Saint. And as I mentioned earlier, there is evidence that Mesmer's crusade didn't take place till well into the Erdtree era, likely some time after Radigan's marriage to Renala. All of this suggests that Marika's early rule was a peaceful one and open, with an exchange of ideas between the Horn Saint and Lindale. It is admirable that at this stage, Marika seems to have set aside any desire for revenge against the people who'd once persecuted her own. Aside from this, Marika's early rule is in general idealized as an era of bounty and charity, known as the Age of
I'm gonna give
Bounty.
Gungrave another try.
During this era, subjects were blessed directly by the Erdtree and its life-giving sap, and Erdtree favour suggests that Marika herself distributed this bounty to her people. If history ended here, Marika would have indeed broken the cycle of violence and repression. Unification not only between the Horn Saint and Lindale, but also between Gold and Shadow, a realm that was in balance. And as we discussed earlier, few seem to remember this aspect of the current order, that it is acceptance and empathy towards the dead is shaped by the history of the order. He asks the question, why doesn't the God of Order accept contrivance anymore, like it used to, when Radigan married Renala, and the past John? Will the DLC answers this?
Why does bro look like he's getting ready to shoot up a school?
何か用かここはコスプレパーティーじゃねえぞ
Oh shit. Damn. Bro got some stiff ass walks. Damn, surrounded. Holy shit! Bro, what the fuck? Yo, I died so fucking fast. What? Oh, that's how you lock on. Holy shit. No wonder I died so fast in that fucking corner. Do you see how many motherfuckers are that? What? Eat this. Take that, pimp.
私、あなたに会ったことありますか？時岡から聞きました。あなたのこと、ママの古い友達だったって。こんなひどいことに巻き込んでしまってごめんなさい。
Indeed, Mecca has already committed some questionable acts in order to achieve his goal.
Alright, I think I'm gonna end stream here.
His use of Mo,
If you like my